Hello viewers, this is Liva Buhay and today is all about the Anthurium plant. I will be giving information what happened, why it happens that your Anthurium plant leaves are turning yellow like this one that I have. The main reason that this one had been turning yellow, it's not like the soil is lack of nourishment, because I am using a very good potting soil on it that is very good for Anthurium. The main reason why this is turning yellow actually, and maybe you will have the same problem with your Anthurium, it's because I forgot to transfer it into another area. Now it's almost the middle of April, and here in Sweden I have them in this area where it's glass walls here. So I have them before somewhere there, and the whole time now it's kind of like 6 o'clock in the evening here, but it's like from morning until like in the middle of the day. This area actually, this is a living room, is the sun is going into this room, and this Anthurium was exposed direct to the heat of the sun, and the sunlight, too much sunlight is not good for Anthurium. That is why these leaves are turning yellowish. First they turn like that, a little bit of like that, and then later on the yellow color is getting bigger and bigger, and I even have two leaves here that are like this, and they are really turning very yellow. So the main solution for this is just for me to transfer it. I totally forget, because I was thinking before that I have to transfer it when it will be start to be, to be warm, and this room can really be warm because the sunlight can really be here for like the whole day, and this was totally exposed direct to the sunlight. So even if we have the glass walls that will cover still, it's a direct sunlight, and it was very near the glass wall. So that was the cause that this one is like that. But anyway, I shouldn't be panicked, because it doesn't mean that this Anthurium will die. The only thing I will do to this is I will take out all these leaves that are turning yellow, because it makes me feel frustrated actually. So all I do is I will just transfer this plant into an area where it can get sunlight, but not direct sunlight. And anyway, it's kind of warm when we have like 10 degrees outside on daytime. It means that inside it can really warm the area. And besides, we still have our floor heaters now on. We usually just turn it off maybe by around end of May or June, when it will be quite much warmer. So this is what happened actually. See, if you will have the same problem, either the Anthurium plant is not how do you say it, the soil you have is not good, or maybe it's like what I have here. Because the main cause of this, what I have, is that I totally forgot to transfer it to an area where it should not be from direct sunlight. And I have talked all about this. I have already a video all about how to care about the Anthurium. And the Anthurium should have this kind of leaves, green. So one thing with Anthurium is that if they get enough sunlight, they are green, their leaves are green, and they will bear flowers, or they will bear, this red or whatever color your Anthurium has. They will have this kind of flower thing. But if your Anthurium doesn't get sunlight, they can have very, very green leaves, but they will not bear flowers. But another thing is like the too much sunlight will make the Anthurium leaves looks like this and this. And when the Anthurium is turning yellowish, you have to take action immediately, because if you don't, then all the leaves of this Anthurium will totally turn yellow. So I have another one kind of Anthurium. This one is the white one. If it will flower, it is the white. I have one that is, the yellow flowers, and they are also turning a little bit of yellowish. I will show you. So this is the other Anthurium that is also turning a little bit of yellowish. So as you see now here, it's also turning yellowish, and I feel guilty of it. It's because I totally forgot. I was supposed to transfer it. In the month of April, the heat of the sun is getting actually stronger and stronger. So it means that my living room, it really gets very warm during April, when the spring starts. And then I was glad that I noticed it. It's like that sometimes. We're so busy. I was propagating other plants, and then when I look at it, and it can go so fast, if you cannot notice it, it can go very fast. And if you will not do something about it, then all of it will really turn yellow. So I'm glad anyway I was able to see it, and it means that they still can make it. So I'll be transferring here in an area here. In this area, I have other plants here, there. So I will take them, transfer them, and instead put these things, because in this area is also a glass wall. So I have a lot of areas in this house where it's glass walls. So anyway, here they can have a sunlight, but it's not direct sunlight, and they can be heated here. So that's what I will do with it. So it will be a bye-bye for this yellowish that is developing now on my Anthurium. Yeah. And I am a kind of a plant empath, that I also feel it when my plants are not feeling well and they get bad, so that I have to do something. So the yellow color here is not really the flower of the Anthurium, it's the leaves that are turning yellow because of the too much exposure to sunlight. So too much exposure to sunlight is not good for Anthurium, but no exposure to sunlight is also not good for Anthurium, because all the leaves will just turn green, very green, but you don't get any flowers at all. So I think that's all for my Anthurium content now. I will give you an update if this Anthurium will be feeling well again. Anyway, this is Evelyn of Libabuhay. Thank you again for watching, and see you next time.